Welcome back to movementprofessional.com. Today we're going to deconstruct the lunge. So we're going to start with the bottom position, which is basically just a half kneeling position. So if you look at it from the front, you want the front knee, the flexed hip, to have a slight external rotation bias so that your knee kind of goes towards the third or fourth or maybe even the fifth toe, depending on your propensity for it to have the knee come in forward. Your foot is going to try to maintain this medial arch so you're not collapsed through. As the foot collapses, the knee goes with it. So your foot position is basically the guide for your knee position. Alright, so you want to have a slight biasing out. This back knee should be right underneath your hip. So we're not lunging forward this way, we're just kind of going straight down into a half kneeling position. So from the side you can see the angle of the knee to the hip is a pretty straight line. And then my back toe, this is important, you want to be rolled up onto the big toe or the first two toes even, and bias the heel to be out so that it'll be an internal rotation for this back hip. Alright, and then as I come up, I'm just going to think about this leg coming up into a march, alright, and then I get my feet back together. So if I'm doing a back step lunge, I just get into this position and I bring myself up. That's a back lunge. If I'm going to do a forward lunge, I step forward and I use the front leg to push myself back, feet together. So you basically have standing, step forward, I'm in a half kneeling position, and stand back up, I'm back to standing. Alright? And you really want to make it that simple. So if there's an issue, if you find yourself leaning forward, it's going to make it harder for you to get back into this position. So really get good at this half kneeling position. Feel stable here. If you're wobbling here, it's going to be much harder to come up from this position, and something's going to go wrong, possibly with the knee. You're going to torque it a little bit if you're not feeling comfortable in this bottom position. Alright, so once you get comfortable there, push up, you're back to standing. Alright, and it can be easier said than done to get your feet to land even, but that's going to be part of the practice of trying to have your feet land in the same spot each time. That works on your position sense or your proprioception. Alright, again, if you're doing a back step lunge, step back, you get into this good kneeling position. Make sure that you're not overstepping and lunging forward. That's going to overextend your spine. So the knee's right under the hip. And then this leg predominantly will work to bring you back together. Here and down. Alright, try not to have the torso go forward, so your torso is staying upright. You can put your hands, one on the chest, one on the lower back, to just guide that. Alright, so that's forward lunge and a back step lunge.